Greetings. Elder Blacklight, your motivator. Today, I'm introducing some of the elders, conscious elders of the community. These brothers, don't too many brothers, young brothers listen to. When I say young brothers, I'm talking about brothers 50, maybe 60, don't listen to. Most of them was born in the 70s. And that's when the Caucasian started squashing the wisdom of the elders to the young. And when the 80s came, they started watering down the wisdom and the knowledge to now, to these young gangbangers who can't see really who they really are and the whole picture of who they really are. They locked in the gangbanging. I'm trying to lock you into God. Let's watch this.
Out here on 125 today with Sister Majay, the wife, the beautiful wife of Brother Azazel.
Peace, my brother.
Peace, how you?
Fuck you. Brother, there's a lot going on. I mean, it's a lot of tension. We talked about this, what, 20, 30 years ago? Tanks coming down the street. Now, what happened out in Missouri, those crackers out there are controlled by the Jews. The Jews said, what the fuck y'all think y'all doing? Because they control the Italians and the Greeks and all that other shit. The Jews control them. And they tell them what to do. Nigga, we didn't tell you to do this shit. What's going on here? Alright? But check it out. I don't know how many of y'all been watching the papers. And if you go back and get some of them old tapes, give a shout out to Mr. Quinn first. Jay, one more time. You know, I always dealt with the newspapers. And if you look at this newspaper right here, my brother, and this is the dude they chokehold and all that, which they've been doing for, I don't know, since I was a kid. And you can't even let police approach you anymore. You gotta run or shoot or do something. You can't just let them walk upon you, especially outside of New York, but even in New York. Homicide, Daily News. Flip it over, deal with it, nigga. Deal with it, okay? Subliminal messages, and they're telling you what's going on already. They say, okay, we're gonna choke this nigga to death, let's see what you're gonna do about that. It's a distraction. It's a distraction against the Star Wars weapons they're using in Iraq with laser technology, which we better begin to purchase some of this laser technology. It's available to you right now. Okay, you can go to Wicked Lasers online and buy you a laser gun. You understand me? We, though, are producing what we call holy hand grenades. These are holy hand, I'm wearing one, which is a very powerful voodoo symbol for luck and prosperity. And we got all of these, and we're going to make the handheld joints right there. Holy hand grenades to keep that negativity off of you. So, my brother, I want to thank you for your little bit of time. I just wanted to talk to you for a minute. It's always a pleasure to see you, my brother. Always on the grind. And big ups to Sinetta TV and all that, and Baba TV.
I'm not going to knock the brother's hustle. You know what I'm saying? But all the other, before he started promoting his holy hand grenades, you know, I co-sign.
Already decide who will be the one to disconnect the railing where you are and beat the hell out of them with the railing where you are. No good bastards. Every one of them
niggas don't want, all they want to have some shit is to talk about for the next election. Nigga, we ain't giving you niggas no more motherfucking elections. What about that, nigga? Now, let me see how much knowledge you got. Bring your ass out on the street and talk to the niggas who don't want to hear that shit and see if you can convince them niggas that that shit you talking makes sense. Because it's easy to talk to a bunch of hypnotic morons who don't know shit that believe anything you tell them because you said, I'm a doctor, I'm a metaphysician, I'm a chemist. You ain't shit. Because you ain't talking that shit to the niggas who got the degrees and technology about that shit, unraveling their tricks. You want to come out here and tell a nigga that Obama is Malcolm X's son. What constitutes a mistake? A mistake can only be made by an individual who has no knowledge of what it is he's talking about. When a nigga say he got knowledge of it, you can't make a mistake, nigga. You fucked up because your lie got exposed.
Dr. York is premeditated, intentional misleading. That's what he's doing.
Now,
Intentional.
I didn't say he made a mistake. I know that the man know what he's talking about. The bad part is a lot of niggas listening didn't know what he's talking about. Because they shouldn't have been listening. They should have been hearing. When you hear shit, you catch it. When you listening, you still trying to figure it out.
Right here, this is my brother right here, Professor Larry. I call him that. He says he's just Brother Larry.
So that was Brother Shabazz, another conscious elder. So,
Muhammad told him that his strongest soldiers wasn't in the mosque, they was in the street. And so with that being said, I bring to you the honorable, my brother, your brother, Brother Shabazz. Peace. Brothers and sisters, I want to take these few moments out to speak about solutions and the problems that require solutions. One of the first things is this conscious community. This conscious community, for all purposes intended, started out as a great idea. We have the forum, and you have the minds. Somewhere along the line, or maybe this was even in the blueprint from its inception, to sidetrack the people and feed the people a multiplicity of some correct information and some foolish information. And people were brought from everywhere to spit out things that are ridiculous. And in order for us to get a foothold on our destiny, we have to stop entertaining everything and entertain something. That something is the foundation that all nations are built off of. Nations are built off of, first, primarily knowledge itself. We need to go back and re-study who we actually are. In the history books, we've been many characters. We've been Hebrews, we've been Muslim, we've been 5%ers, we've been Moors, we've been all of these things. But don't misconstrue it. It's one person or people holding all these degrees and all this knowledge that has been let out at different intervals in our history is our knowledge. Today, we're here in the hells of North America. Them same people. Them great master builders. How do we know this? If we do the research on our history, we'll find out that there was a person whose name was John Henry Hawkins. John Henry Hawkins was an individual who was contracted by the Queen to go into Africa and search for a particular people who it was known and spoken of to them that not only were they master builders, but they could build, direct, teach the people, and then defend this new nation that was being produced. So when John Henry Hawkins went into Africa, he stayed there 20 years. He didn't go snatching up just anybody. He stayed there 20 years. He learned the language. He spoke Arabic. He flew, he took down the Union Jack, which was his flag, and put up the Star and Crescent. He stayed there for them 20 years till he had got some information on where these particular people were. When he found them, he brought them out. When he brought them out, it was already made known that this was taking place. So the youth of our people were warned not to play around the shores, not to go out by themselves. But with all youth, you could tell them something and they just not going to pay attention.
Now that's similar to Roots. Similar to Roots. Now we're going to come back later on down the line with a part 2. This one is called The Conscious Elders. Black Light.